Generally, when we hear about one being mad at another, it is somehow justified, in the sense of maybe one has done or said something that rubbed another the wrong way. This video is not about that particular reasoning.
So why are they mad, Akil?
Your purpose?
What?
Yes, your purpose, and investing and living within it.
That doesn't make any sense.
Don't it? I will concede that it does not make sense to be mad at another who's on their shit and takes none. How are you mad because one is no longer and/or has never been a sucker? How are you mad because of how one puts their money into position to work for them as opposed to being forced to always have to work for their money? You have had the same opportunities to become a better being better. Oh, I get it. You want company in the low-vibrating gutter crew. Huh. Thing is, there's plenty of company in those groups. Why would you need my company? More critically, why are you mad? Jealous? Don't you have some low-vibrating activities to partake in? There's lots of questions on this one. I can answer all with a all-in-one response. I cannot help you being mad because I am not doing bad. And you, sir or madam, have some serious internal issues to rectify. There are those times when I was doing bad and nearly no one paid me any mind, and rightfully so, as I did not see the true inner purpose in myself. And we all know when one has no value of self, then no one else will, or should I state, very, very few. I had a couple of ride or dies, but I wasted their interests in being a poo butt.
Akil, are you admitting to being a poop butt?
Yes. In purpose, one must see themselves truthfully, and when lacking whatever, moves must be made to self-correct. It is what separates the doers and the dim. You see, when one is dim, they are unnoticeable, thus no threat. When no longer dim, and one begins the process to shine according to their introspection, that one light sparks. It flashes, and ultimately shines brighter than they ever have. That brings about envy, hatred behaviors, to name a couple for starters. Seems like the mad one is really mad at themselves for not taking the initiative to become better beings, and that another has the wherewithal to do so. Seems like their priorities are screwed up. This goes for friends, associates, family, and even love interests. This behavior is unacceptable in any capacity. Also seems that challenges scare some people, to the point of that they would rather exist in mediocrity over living in their purpose to strengthen their armor. Or should I say, to add strength to their armor. I don't get it. Then again, I do, as I was the same. I bathed in excuses and just existed. I did not live within my purpose, even though in my early years, my granny spoke to me having a greater purpose, not only to me, but to my mother as well, and probably anybody who will listen. Having the viewpoints from both sides of the game equals the very thing that I speak of on repeat on this channel, and that is balance. Balance in the sense of I've lived both ways, and I prefer the way that I'm living now over how I used to live. Sometimes we wish and want to have the acquired knowledge of now and go back in time to really put a hurting on the game. But that's unrealistic. And it's unrealistic in the sense of if you knew the game, if you knew today's game and could go back to back then, you would not be who you are now. You would not have learned the lessons that was needed for a certain amount of success and or living within one's purpose. The key thing is to take advantage of who and what you are now, especially when you've come from nothing or little to nothing, and now you are the shit. There's nothing wrong with being the shit. There's nothing wrong with you telling others that you are the shit. Just don't get too balloon-headed about it. Put it to great use. Do something with it. Time. Thirst for knowledge. Ambition. Hard work. Controlling my mouth, thoughts, and logical movements that suit my personality is precisely why they are mad. Meaning, even though they have the same opportunities, they do not take advantage. They sit and watch others win and invest in hating, hatred, envy, and wasting energy in being mad. To those whom fit the shoe, shame on you for hating me while I make the best of our reality. Get your shit right to shine bright. You are no better than we. I just operate far more efficient in capitalizing on Rasta's reality.